and welcome to my brand new YouTube channel. My name is Anna and I'm going to be teaching you step by step how to crochet for beginners. So I am now advanced and I design patterns like these. So I'm teaching you so that in the future you'll be able to as well. I learnt with YouTube, so hopefully to the beginners I can be a useful tutorial just like I found when I was a beginner. So first of all, what I'm going to be teaching you are the absolute basics, how to do a slip knot and how to chain. So these two things here are going to be needed for every project that you do, no matter what you're doing. That's amigurumi, clothes, whatever. You're going to need these very basic things, which I'm going to be teaching you now. So with this yarn here, if you're right-handed, which is what I'm going to be teaching you today, you're going to have the tail in your right hand in between these fingers here. Now that you have this, you're simply going to make a loop and make sure that your tail end is in front of your loop. So I did that a few times. And now you're going to get this tail end here. I like to put it on my thumb. And from the back here, I'm going to get it and put it kind of in that loop. So I'll do that again. You loop through, and the yarn which was in your right hand is in front. You're going to get your tail end and go through that loop here. Now that you have that, you're going to pull through. Make sure that this doesn't go inside as well. You're just going to pull both of them, and then you should have a loop which you can adjust using the tail end. And now you have this loop here. Feel free to rewatch and try again. I definitely did not have it in my first go. A lot of people say like, oh, it's my third day and I still can't crochet a flower. I don't know if you've watched, a video like this. Well, on my third day, I was knotting the yarn. I couldn't even do this. So this will take ages and it will take days if you need. I know I didn't learn it very fast or easily, so don't worry if you can't do it in the first time. Now, if you've got that, you're going to move on to chains, which is already very advanced if you're a beginner. And what you're going to do, you're going to adjust your slip knot so that there's just a bit of space here, and make sure your tension isn't too, your tension isn't too tight, because you're going to need that little loop. You're going to need some space in between, otherwise you won't be able to pull the yarn through. So what you're going to do, you're going to insert your hook right into the loop so that this bit here, which is, I'm going to call this the front, the hook bit, is not facing you, and then the back is the bit, the smooth one. So the hook is not facing you, it's facing the camera, and I'm going to yarn over like this so that from the back it looks like my yarn is coming here. And in my perspective, it's doing this. And then, now we're going to make the hook face us. So now the smooth bit is facing the camera and the hook bit is facing me. And you're going to grab that yarn using the hook. So here, see how the yarn fits perfectly through this hook, and you're going to pull through. Now, it looks like a V, and it looks very small, although this that you've made is your first stitch. Now let's make another one, just so you're confident and sure. So it's facing the camera, so the smooth bit is facing me, so not facing. Yarn over, face, so it's facing me now, and you're going to pull through the loop. If you're confused on how I'm pulling through, I'm using this hook bit here, and I'm doing this on the yarn so that I have a good grip of when I pull through. You can also do this. So it's not facing you. You can use this to pull the yarn around, face, and then pull through. So I appreciate you're not going to have the hands like I have it now if you're a beginner. If you did want to learn, so these two fingers here, I have the yarn here, and then these are grabbing this. So that's how I use my tension. But of course, as a beginner, you can always do this one. So you can practice that a few times, and as you can see, it's getting bigger and you have some V's. Now, if you don't, as I've said before, in my first day, I was just knotting the loops. So don't worry if you haven't got this far yet. I usually used different videos, sometimes even the same ones. I tried different techniques. You know, some people have it a little different. And I practiced this for days and days, and I didn't learn my next stitch, so as you might know it, making it, you know, thicker and bigger, until like maybe a week later, maybe 2, I'm not too sure now, but you know, it doesn't come easy. You do need to practice. And in a while, it should be getting longer and longer. And you can see these V's here. So I'll put it very close to the camera. Each one of these V's are a stitch. So when you do your next stitch, so let's take single crochet for an example. This is one stitch, this V. So you would go into one of these. So just to show you that every one of this V is a stitch. So if you were ever to count, oh, how many stitches did I do? You'd see how many V's you had done. So I can see here, 1 V, 2 V, 3 V, 4 V, and I go counting. Now I'm going to put a picture of what basically I'm saying. Very well done, and applause if you have gotten this far. I do appreciate it's very, very, very hard for absolute beginners. As I am saying again, I'm sorry I'm repeating myself, but you know, it is hard, and I didn't learn for a long, long time. So well done if you are able to follow even just a little bit of this, even if you just understood what a slip knot was. That's a very, very big milestone for you if you were just starting crochet now. So well done, and I see you on the next video.